Welcome to Adventures into the Unknown. In today's video, we will be exploring some mysterious shapes that I found on Google Earth. There appears to be a rectangle here, a little more detailed rectangle here, and then there's a small rectangle up in here. So, with that being said, let the adventure begin. Alright, so we've made it to our location. We need to actually walk in this wash up to this saddle towards the top of the peak up here, and that is where we should find the objects that we found on Google Earth. Alright, so our adventure starts out walking the wash. Gotta follow this around for a little while, and then eventually make our way up and over that hill and then up a mountain. Alright, so we scrambled out of the wash up a little bit of a smaller wash that should lead us up into this saddle, where I think we then have to scramble all the way back down and then up the mountain to find the objects we saw on Google Earth. So that's enough jaw-jacking. It's time to get hiking up into that saddle. There was a fire here a few years ago, and it blackened one side of these saguaros, but they seem to be doing just fine, even with that backside being burned, and even the lower part. But on this side, looks good and healthy. Same with this saguaro, it's burned down low, but up top, doing great. And then we look at these two up here, your partner saguaros, same thing, burned at the bottom, green and alive at the top. Now obviously this saguaro did not fare so well, and all that is left is the skeleton. Alright, not sure you can see it, but the truck is way down there at the bottom. We basically walked this wash for a ways and then scrambled up the side of this hill, and now we just need to get to the top of this peak, kind of in this saddle, and then I think we get to scramble down the hill and then climb the mountain. So we're maybe about halfway there. And I guess we weren't quite halfway, because we have to get right up here. I believe that is what we're shooting for. So we got to climb down this hill and then climb up that mountain. And I believe our target is up on this plateau area here, before the big peak. Hopefully. So we left the saddle up there and have pretty much worked our way kind of straight down. Seemed like the fast way. Might not have been the best way. And then we came across that pile of rocks right there. Not sure what that is. We got to work our way over there. So I'm not sure what this pile of rocks is. What do you think, Katana? What's that pile of rocks? No idea. It's not really a trail marker, because like I said, we kind of came straight down the hill and then saw these rocks and walked over to them. There's not, at least a very recent trail in the area. We are actually going to head on down the hill there and then back up the hill to find our target. Alright, so we need to get down in the wash here and then work our way up the hill, and we're not going to be able to get down here. Too steep. Alright, it wasn't easy, but we made it down here into the wash, and now we need to head up probably first to that peak, but ultimately up top here. And we've got quite a hike ahead of us, so alright, we're almost to the top, and you can see the rock wall, albeit not tall, but it does run all the way back into there. So, let's see what we have. Looks like it's stiff. And so stepping up through that little crevice there has brought us to the rock structures, probably built by ancient people. It does look like this was probably a room here, probably another room back behind it, and rock walls over here as well. You can see the view they would have had perched way up here in the mountaintop. You can see forever out there. So let's go see what these rock walls are all about up here. Almost like there's steps leading right up to this, probably another little room. So we just came through that little gap. We were just down there in those two rooms. And now this does appear to be another little room. This might have been a watch out point, surrounded by some natural big boulders as well. And for those of you who watched a couple videos ago, we found an entire village up on this plateau. Now, while this does not appear to be a village, probably more of like a lookout spot that they could then signal back over here to the village. That looks like it's another room, kind of separate from 3 or 4 rooms over here. Alright, so we came from back there, where there appears to be multiple rooms. I think I counted 5 or 6 now, back in this area here. But we wandered over to this wall, which is on a cliff, overlooking this wash. And so, let's step up here and see what's behind the wall. It looks like a little room. Yeah, look at that. There's a little entrance. And it's a smaller little room of these stacked. Oh wow, look. Once you go in the room, you got an opening right there looking over the cliff. So that looks out over the edge. Check that out. Now you could just imagine sitting in this room with this opening that looks out over the valley. Pretty incredible. Not sure they would have had dogs. Not sure you can see it on the camera. But back in there looks to be a little rock wall built up for storage, would be my guess. I'm not sure we can make it over there, but we may give it a try. And so we were back up over here when we saw this wall, and it ended up being a little bigger than I realized. And then I thought it was just blocking off this little, maybe a granary or something. And you look up there, they put some rocks up in there. They got a natural rock wall there. Looks like just another room. And then back up in there. And then back up in there could be a spot with a hole that is going to peek out over the valley again. That actually looks back out towards the hill where that pueblo would be. Check out these aliens. It's like they have faces on them. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap it up. We've been bushwhacking our way down from up there. And needless to say, it's not been easy. And I never recommend you bushwhack. I have years and years of experience doing stupid things because, well, I'm an idiot. So don't do what I do. Don't bushwhack, don't go off trail. Be safe when you're out there. With that all being said, we do appreciate you joining us on today's adventure into the unknown. If you like this video, if you could do us a favor and spike that like, it would be greatly appreciated. If you like these type of videos, you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comments section down below. So until next time, seek and enjoy. See ya.